Hi, I'm Giusy Cannone and I am the CEO of Fashion Technology Accelerator, an organization supporting startups in the fashion industry. The aim of this lecture is to explain what is a startup and why this is such an important driver for economic growth. After this lecture, you will be able to understand the characteristics which define a startup compared to other businesses. Firstly, what is a startup? Or rather, how can we define it? One of the most important definitions has been provided by Steve Blank, an entrepreneur and professor at Stanford University. A temporary organization designed to search for a repeatable and scalable business model. But what does it mean? Let's start explaining what we intend with the word temporary. The startup is a transitory condition. The aim of the entrepreneur is to quickly grow into a big company. But what can we consider as temporary? There is not a unique definition. A common opinion is that a startup is not a startup anymore when it has proven there is a market that can adopt the solution. Going back to the definition, the second term we want to focus on is search. The startup is characterized by an innovative concept. The first aim is to test if the innovation can be adopted by the customers. We can identify three types of innovation. Technology-driven innovation, where the main differentiating point from competitors is based on a new technology development. Business model innovation, in which the novelty stands in serving customers with a different type of offering model. Process innovation, where the novelty introduces a new approach of doing existing processes. Let's see some examples. Gore-Tex is a technology innovation for the textile industry, but also TrueFit, which is a B2B solution allowing brands to provide a fitting service online, so to reduce returns. As business model innovation, Farfetch has provided retailers the possibility to sell online and the customers the possibility to buy online from their favorite stores. Or Rent the Runway has introduced the rental as a new possibility for customers to access to fashion clothes. Moreover, in terms of process innovation, Zara is definitely an interesting example, having completely disrupted the typical fashion supply chain by reducing lead time to the stores and by dramatically increasing the collections per season. Furthermore, Trunk Club pairs customers with a personal stylist who handpicks outfits based on their tastes and sends them directly to customers' door. But let's go back to our startup definition. The last objective we want to analyze are repeatable and scalable. The aim of the startup is to grow very fast. For this reason, the business model should allow the organization to raise up quickly. There are three elements that can guarantee scalability. First, large or fast-growing market. If the market identified is small, the startup cannot grow to become a very large company. Second, team has to be committed to create a very big company. But not all entrepreneurs have this goal set in their mindset. Third, a company to grow quickly should be attractive for venture capital investors that can finance this rapid and aggressive growth. To better understand the concept of scalability, think that not all new businesses are indeed startups. There is a difference between a small business and a startup. A freelancer is a self-employed person willing to work on his/her own. This is not considered a startup, since it is a non-scalable business. The turnover can grow up until its time capacity is saturated. A family business, which started to provide a long-life job to the members of the family and its heirs, is not a startup. Typically, the objective is to grow at a fair pace without accessing external capital, but also not to offer shares outside the family members. Those two examples are designed not to scale quickly. A startup can have two main objectives: born to be big or huge and global in a few years, such as Amazon, but also YOOX or Rent the Runway, or born to be both, which means the founders will sell the company to a larger one, hence to have important financial returns. This is called, for entrepreneurs and investors, exit from merger and acquisitions. But why startups are so important for today's economy? First of all, because startups create new jobs. In the last 4 decades, while established companies have registered a loss of net jobs, new companies as startups have registered a very positive result in terms of net jobs creation, an average of 3 million jobs annually. In addition, startups drive productivity growth. Being more technologically advanced than established companies, they bring more productive processes into the market. To conclude, startups are a very positive driver of country's economy, creating high-quality jobs and increasing the competitiveness of those countries. During this lecture, you have seen the main characteristics that define a startup: temporary, innovative, and scalable. We have seen that not all new businesses can be considered startups. And finally, we have analyzed the positive impact of this economy driver.